What up? It's your boy. Got that hash to the info. How you doing? I'd like you to please start off by reading the description, alright? With your mind. So I'm about to make pizza crust. I made a sauce here to the side, and it's gonna be awesome. All I ask is you just sit back and relax, tune in, and just chill. Just chill with the hash, man, okay? It's gonna be okay. I mean, I'm just gonna lie to you and tell you that. If they're lying to you, telling you it's gonna be okay, it's not that bad when I do it, right? So I want to see how many people log on and click on this video. Let's see here. All right, now we're going to do that. Perfect. Pop that like that. Come over to here. Check on this guy. All right. The sauce is very, very nice. I'll show it to you. We've put a can of stewed tomatoes in here. Can you know? Oh, we did it even. It didn't. I don't know how that happened. You now know I am Super Spider-Man. That was amazing. Did you see it roll up off the lip and then you just? It was like, I saw that. All right. So if everybody out there just wants to hit the like button, share the video, it's helpful. If you don't, I am watching. And I will not respect you ever again. Just remember this. If I don't go to your page and see you sharing and liking my videos, fucking get the fuck out of here, goof. You're useless. Don't come here and stare at the screen and do nothing, like the rest of the sheeple that put us in this position. I'm looking for strong men and women with backbones and brains that know how to get shit done. And I highly doubt I'm going to find a large number of people on YouTube. But I'm forced to use YouTube right now as this is one of the few outlets I have to get to the sheeple that exist in this time. And no, I'm not really big fans of yours. I believe the sheeple put us in this position by their, you want to know why people love the government and respect it or like, oh, is it because they're too fucking lazy to get off their asses and think for themselves? The part about the government is you rely on them. So right now, aren't you shit fucking scared when you see your governments of the world doing fuck all for you? Well, just stay home for about 20 days or 30, 40 days, maybe up to 4 months, bud. Most of you just lost your jobs. Don't worry. Everything's okay. Don't go stockpiling food. What? There's no food, no toilet paper? It's like they're scamming you on the news. It's like they're creating this mass hysteria regarding toilet paper even, you know? It was like, oh, all the grocery stores, if they had just shut the fuck up and not put it on the news, they wouldn't have created the hysteria. And this is the truth of it. They didn't say there's a food shortage. They said there's going to be a fucking toilet paper shortage. And look at the dumb assholes that ran out and got 16 packs of toilet paper. I hope you fucking lost your job. You can't afford food. Go suckle on your toilet paper rolls, you goofy fuck. Stupidest people in the world got 3 packs of toilet paper in their house right now. 80% of you fucks are just dumb as shit. No respect, like I said. Zero respect for you. Never forget that. If you're sitting there stockpiling toilet paper, you're a piece of shit. Alright, let's get cooking. So on this episode, I make pizza for the 420th fucking time on my live show that's never lied to you sad fucks out there with 3 fucking cases of toilet paper in your house. I would never hang out with 75% of the people that watch the show, just because of the disrespect that I received in the past or lack of support. And then it's like, oh, you fucking you're sick people. Some of you are really sick in the head. Where you're like, one week you're like you're a dick, and then the next week you're like, holy fuck, are you right, Hash? It's like, fuck, you're fucking OCD and fuck half your mental thoughts in your mind. You're so crazy and basket case that your life is falling apart right now in these tough times because you were never centered. You've never had values put in the middle. Your fucking life belonged around Gucci and Da Vinci and all this other, not Da Vinci, Gucci and fucking all these European and fucking American brands. Brands are the reason you guys are goofs. Evil Corpse, iRobot was one of the greatest shows I ever watched. Probably, I think the fucking show is 10 years old, and I'll make a point of going back and catching up where I left off, because there was a point where, I stopped watching, but I watched 2 seasons and it was amazing, and then it just I think the corporate side took over. They're like, oh, this is actually affecting the views of people. We have to buy this show out and then run off shitty versions of the show, like shitty soft topics that don't even touch reality in this time, right? So another show I really used to really follow was Person of Interest. So between iRobot and Person of Interest, you can see how the governments would use police and Secret Service to go at these people who were going at corporations they knew were evil, but corporations were so big and powerful, they had that fucking hand of the FBI and Secret Service working for the corporations. This was a few years ago. That's now changed. There are areas I'll say it, in Europe where it's completely fucked. Completely fucked. You have many entities of Secret Service in Europe that works specifically for the crown and corporation, which is the same. You don't even understand. Dyson, the manufacturer, Dyson vacuum cleaner, they're a British company, but they're over here in Canada, and they charge like $900 for a fucking stick vacuum, right? Now, that corporation meddled into Canada to literally buy into the media here and promote its products over and above the majority of others. Now, it's a plastic product, it's probably, I don't care, I don't use a Dyson, I don't give a fuck about Dyson. But the point is that when you get a mass hysteria or a mass influence, you then create a mass purchase, a mass buy, right? So you take a company like Dyson that makes vacuums, but what are they really doing with, who is the owner of Dyson? What billionaire owns this company? What else does he have his claws and his evil hands into, right? How deep down does this guy go with his influence in Canada besides vacuum cleaners, right? So, just like simple things we don't understand about the corporation that is, it's just a person that owns it. And before they owned this Dyson, their dad was rich in the 60s because of war, because of, conflict in another country. They sold arms, They created a war to then go in and say, oh, well, I'll bring in my construction companies and we'll build water wells and we'll build all this infrastructure for your people for this cost, right? And the heads of government split it with the heads of corporation. They create disease, they create pestilence, they create forest fires to help corporations move in. They say Australia was put on fire and lit ablaze so that animal farms, like farming, pig, cow farms, could move in all across the land where there was forest. Only time will tell, but if it is that, I mean, everyone should just stop eating meat. And unfortunately, um, the only ones eating live animals or living souls will be the elite, the corporate elite, Google and YouTube. The two CEOs of Google and YouTube are fucking married, you know. This is a conflict of interest on the highest level. Google, the biggest search engine in the world, and YouTube, the largest platform for social media in the world, joined forces to conduct ad campaigns within the last couple years to only enhance those who are. I'll explain this. Scooter Braun is Justin Bieber's manager. Well, Google is the ad company that sells ads to YouTubers. Okay, so if a manager like Scooter Braun has Casey Neistat for a host, if Scooter Braun isn't in with Google, he quickly goes and finds somebody in there that will work with him to give cheaper ad ratings. They'll actually Google will buy into this person on YouTube, knowing that there's now this connection of, it's like filtering and funneling money, just instant money, because the views generated on YouTube give our ad revenue is generated, right? So the ad revenue is split. 45% of that ad revenue goes to YouTube. 55% goes to the owner of the creator of the content. The rest is taxed. You're 55% of your 100% of your work. You only get 50, just over half, just a fucking cunt hair over half. And then you have to be taxed 30% by your local government on that 55. Then when the fucking corporation YouTube got 45%, they don't even pay half the taxes you have to pay on your money. They're a fucking corporation with trillions. ABC is trying to figure out a way they don't even have to pay taxes in Canada to buy out a condominium on lakefront property in Toronto. I did a story on this. Nobody else in the fucking world was doing stories on this because they're all too shit scared and pussies. And I fucking went right to it live. I said, fuck, look what Google's up to now. Trying to buy a fucking, like, I fuck my property tax. I pay fucking big property tax. Google wants zero property tax for an entire condominium apartment building, like an entire fucking area. 14 block radius. They want no tax. They don't even want to pay fucking taxes in Canada. What the fuck is going on? So Evil Corp is seriously evil. And all these side entities, they're being sued right now. ABC is under supreme investigation for it's on 4 different levels. I'm not even going to list because there's more coming. But Google and all you heads, you CEO Steven, you goof from Google, you're going to jail. Susan, you goof, you're going to jail. So remember, you're going to find the real shit here on this fucking channel. Everyone else is too much of a pussy to tell you. Too much of a bought and paid for pawn to explain to you because they want their paycheck. Look at what they did to me. 6 or 7 times they took away my monetization on YouTube. You think I give a fuck? Do you know what I'm going to do to them in a court of law? Fucking not one time did they have legality to take it away. For the first time, they didn't like my words spoken. They hindered and harassed me for over a year. And now look, now they can't fucking touch me. I literally daily tell them what scum fucks they are. Just wait and see what's coming. You fucking pussies hiding behind the fucking computers right now, just wait. You're all going to fucking jail. Every one of you is going to jail. I'm from Winnipeg. I'm a Viking. Hear me fucking roar, bitches.